the weekend there are now some big games coming up, especially Liverpool versus Manchester United, which is always, I mean, it's always a huge game. We can talk about, just how big of a game it is compared to others in a bit, but it's always a massive, massive game for both sets of fans and also in terms of what it means for the Premier League. But it's beginning to be a bit of a hard game to call, because you look at Liverpool and you go, right, these guys, in the way of Liverpool, won their first 5 games, right? And we spent the entire time going, oh, is this sustainable? Is this sustainable? And then AGT's been going, it's the stuff for champions, mate. Stuff for champions.
Yeah, he was the only one, though.
He was the only one saying it. But there was an argument for it. And then suddenly, they lost 3 games in a row.
Yeah.
And then you got Ruben Amorim's dire Manchester United that at times look like they can play football, like against big clubs. Like sometimes against the big teams is when Amorim's teams have turned up. Like at Anfield, the last 2 results has been 0-0, which was obviously under Erik ten Hag. And then 2-2 draw against Anfield, where for the most part, I think we deserved to win the game. Yeah. Like we took the lead and then went 2-1 down, but then fought back to 2-2 and really could have won that game. So I know I'm being biased here, but I think it's a slightly tougher game to call than people are necessarily giving it credit for. But feel free in the comments and the two of you to absolutely rip me up for that.
I mean, listen, I don't think it's tough to call at all. No disrespect. I think Liverpool are clear favourites for this game. Yes, they've lost, 3 games on the bounce? But then, they're at home. They've got better players. They're a better team. There will be a backlash factor. It's the first game after the international break. You guys do not win back-to-back Premier League games anyway.
We haven't for a year.
Yeah.
So this is how I expect this game to go. So United will turn up with some hope, with some expectation. You will be behind the 8 ball for about 20 minutes or so. But once Liverpool score, which I fully expect them to do, they'll probably end up winning fairly comfortably in the end. So I'm definitely going for a Liverpool win. So I don't agree. With respect, I don't think it's difficult to call.
I don't think it's that difficult to call. I mean, look, I would argue that if a fixture was at Old Trafford, maybe, but like, I'd be highly shocked. Also, the fact that they're coming in right off the back of having 3 losses, okay, and then we've had a little break just to regroup. If you were playing this game maybe before international break, while you're kind of catching them on that little lull, then like I would maybe say, okay, like potentially something, maybe you could get a draw. But realistically, I can't see a world. I can't see a world where Manchester United go to Anfield and get 3 points. But good luck to you.
I do understand. Odds are in Liverpool's favour. 100%.
Yeah.
I mean, they're the team that have won the league and then spent £350 million and are 1 point off first place, obviously, against Arsenal. It's just the only thing I think is that I think we do have the capabilities to potentially hurt their defence. Yeah. That is what I'm clinging on to and I'm hoping for. It's just I don't see another like 7-0 game.
No,
like
that
was horrendous, because that 7-0 match, by the way, we actually had their number first half. No one remembers this. We had their number first half, and then Gakpo scored right just before half time. And I've never seen a team collapse as horribly and just make me cringe as much as watching us concede 6 goals in the second half. Bruno Fernandes throwing his arms up in the air, every pass failing here and there. Who was in goal for that? David De Gea conceding 7 goals off like 2.2 XG. That was a nuts game. Look, by no means am I saying
I get it. You got to back your team. Like, yeah.
I'm not. I know. I currently look. I'm already backtracking. I'm not. I really do think there is the potential for us to hurt them if we play like the way we play against Sunderland, where it was effectively we played a 4-4-2. Obviously Liverpool are better than Sunderland, right? But if we play in the same way, I reckon we have a chance. Is what I'm trying to say here. Because we played a 4. We didn't play 3 at the back against Sunderland. We played 4 at the back. Okay. We played 4 at the back. You got Šeško's in decent form. Mason Mount was all right. Odds aren't in our favour. I would never say that. We're definitely the underdog in this game, but I do think there is something there for us to attack because their defence has looked so weak all season.
Yeah, I mean, obviously there are areas where you know, for optimism, the obvious one being that Liverpool have not been in the best of form recently. The defence has looked a bit shaky, but I just think that all things being considered, you're going to see a bit of a reaction from Liverpool this weekend. If you think about it, it's the perfect game, isn't it, for Liverpool to come back to against their biggest rivals at home just after the international break. I can't see anything other than a Liverpool win. But hey, speaking as an Arsenal fan, I hope you do take points off them.
Yeah, I actually was about to mention that. Surely you're backing Benjamin Šeško and co, no?
Well, listen,
Or at
my
least
heart
hoping.
says I want you to take points off them. And if you beat them, that would be even better. But I have to speak in my head. And I just can't see you beating them. If you get a draw, that would be great. But I definitely don't think you're going to beat them at Anfield. No,
Yeah, so just as...
I would like you to lose for obvious reasons. I need Liverpool to get themselves right and back in that right headspace.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, I completely understand
Obviously.
that. You can't have Arsenal winning a league title.
Absolutely not.
I can't have Liverpool winning a league title. Don't need them getting 21. I'd spend, that's a horrible thought.
Could you
Horrible
countenance
thought for me.
Arsenal winning then?
Pardon?
Could you countenance Arsenal? You're happy with that, yeah?
I would rather
Big
Arsenal win the league than
rivals of
City or
yours,
Liverpool. Yeah.
Okay. Or City as well.
Yeah. I don't want City.
It's the same thing. I would even.
Title.
Oh, but if you had to, you'd still Liverpool. Obviously, over Liverpool, you
Out
have
of the
City.
three of them, I would rather Arsenal won the league than City
Yeah.
or Liverpool.
But then obviously the next one would be City.
Yeah, I wouldn't want Arsenal then winning back to back.
No, I'm saying like it would be City over Liverpool.
Oh yeah, I'd rather City won the league than Liverpool, but I'd rather Arsenal won the league.
That's like
than
the same with me. That I would rather anybody other than Arsenal win it. But if it was between them and Chelsea, then I would, say I would rather it go to Chelsea.
Yeah, but I'm not saying I want that to happen. I'd rather we won the league or like Bournemouth smashed it or something, just so that we don't have to think about it.
Much rather.
But the one thing I do want to bring up that quite literally Saka's older brother has mentioned in the comments is just to do with the Liverpool United team news. Mm-hmm. So United have Lisandro Martinez out. That's it. We have basically a full squad, obviously, but they do have a couple of injuries. They've got obviously Alisson is out. And Kanate turned up from France, so returned from France duty early. So potentially Kanate could be out. Endo didn't link up with Japan for their friendlies against Paraguay and Portugal. Gravenberch came off the bench for the Netherlands in the win, but stressed afterwards, that it was... He came off for the Netherlands, but apparently it's a precaution. So obviously we'll get an update with that on Friday. And Leone is obviously out. So Liverpool do have a few injury doubts there. And it's injured out in key areas. It's the defensive areas, which is the areas that they've struggled in. Which is why I say I think there's
a window of opportunity.
15% potential, but there is still potential for this game to be more interesting than everyone's given it credit for.
I can understand that. I think, look, we've spoken about how much Liverpool spent in terms of like the recruitment in forward positions, and it was a big issue that they didn't go and secure a Mark Gahey, or if they didn't get someone else, through the door. We all know they needed to strengthen that defence. There is an opportunity for you. However, I just still feel like at Anfield, I would just be surprised. I would just be surprised.
If it's such a given that Liverpool are, the overwhelming favourites for this game, does that give Amorim some sort of free hit?
I think this is a free hit, don't you? In a way. I mean, if Manchester United don't really get free hits, but you're not expected to win as... We're not talking about Manchester United of old. We're talking about this current Manchester United side where they win one game a month, like on a good month. So I think in terms of it being a free hit, like you're not necessarily expected to go to Anfield and get anything.
I wouldn't regard it as a free hit. And there is some jeopardy in this game for United, because if they get beaten and get beaten well, you can just imagine the fallout is going to be quite horrendous.
It'll be pretty ugly.
And I think Amorim, from what I can see online anyway, he's used up all his get out of jail free cards. So if you lose, then all the old trauma is going to start coming back. I guess if
they get
lose
battered,
competitively,
then yeah. But like, I don't think it will be a 7. Like
no, it won't be a 7.
Or a 4. Like I think that I don't think it's that. But I think that you going there. I mean, he's not. I don't think he's going to get sacked at the minute. Like the windows of opportunity for him to get sacked have currently passed. The next one would be in November. So I don't think so for the next couple games until that next international break. I don't think he's going anywhere unless you did get battered 7-0. Then I think
no, but make no mistake, you can lose 2-0 and still get battered, if you know what I mean.
Oh yeah, in terms of the performance.
Yeah, if it's one of them where you show up and
played off the park for 90 minutes,
and you lose, I can imagine the fallout. I mean, you can just imagine the likes of Flex and KG and them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, you've got KG saying some very positive things on the most recent Best of Enemies podcast, but I think that's very much bias. KG's forte, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. You let them lose this weekend and you'll soon see that turn into something quite different.
Yeah, the thing that I'm holding on to faith, obviously I've mentioned Liverpool's potential like defensive vulnerabilities. The thing I'm holding on to is that under Amorim, for the most part, we've turned up against the bigger teams. The City game, where we lost 3-0, we actually worked for about half that. For the first half and some of the second half, we were a lot better. We deserved to score at least one, but we obviously then completely fell apart. And it's Erling Haaland, and I'm not going to excuse losing 3-0 at all. But for the most part, we have turned up against the big teams.
Well, I watched the game when you played United. You got off to a decent. Sorry, when you played City, you did get off to a decent start. I remember watching the whole game. But I would say this though, Dylan. Once City scored, to me, that was
we fell apart. That's the thing, is I'm worried that, let's say Salah scores in the 12th minute, or we finally let Wirtz get his first goal or assist or something. I can definitely see us just falling to pieces. But it's about holding on tight, and I just hope we can do it.
One of your better performances, come to think of it, is when you played Arsenal. I thought,
What, the Emirates?
No, the first game of the season.
Oh, so far this season, that was probably that's our second best performance. I think this season.
Yeah, you did give us a lot of problems in that game, and some people might say we were fortunate to win. I wouldn't say that, but you know what I'm saying. I thought it was a competitive game, but then I knew that would be a competitive game. First game of the season at your place.
We were always going to come out the blocks.
Yeah, exactly.
We always were going to do that, but we'll see. We haven't played well away from home yet. It's like a loss to Grimsby.